Here's a $1,000,000 question for you. If Uranus suddenly has a gaping black hole, should you be concerned? Or if a meteoroid hurts Uranus, would that technically make it a hemorrhoid? Or better yet, why don't we call the sores on our asses asteroids? Like, I don't know if I should be directing these questions to YouTube comments, or NASA, or proctologist. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Solar Smash, where I know I've said this before, but this time I promise I've finally found a way to end the pandemic. I was actually gonna suggest that everybody get vaccinated, but yeah, I guess a nuke the size of Ohio at the center of the Earth works too. I was about to tell the CDC where they can deliver my Nobel Peace Prize, but considering the Earth is now dust, I think my address isn't gonna work. Maybe we could just have it delivered to Mars? Have we been to Mars before? This is pre-Elon Mars, so we can really do whatever we want. Can you freeze a planet if it doesn't have any water or really atmosphere? Oh, interesting. I know some scientists say Mars maybe once had water or could still have a little bit of water. It doesn't matter. You need a whole lot of water to make one planet-sized ice cube. Now all I can think about is I'm willing to bet Dr. Manhattan wished that he wore pants today. He didn't expect this in the Martian forecast. His cock is gonna be extra blue by the time I'm done with it. I feel kind of bad for shitting on Earth every time I do an intro to these videos. The 7 billion people that don't really have anywhere to go. Maybe we could terraform Mars? If I use something like the heat ray, then we could thaw the ice and be left with water? Or not? We didn't have any water to start, and we don't have any water now. I feel like I'm just making things worse. I swear to you guys, I'm genuinely trying to improve the planet, not turn it into a Batman villain. I feel like it should be flipping a coin to decide whether or not I should blow it up right now. Maybe we could try the new grid system that we checked out last time. If you max it all out, then you get a cube, but oh, that's actually interesting. Could I make a 2-dimensional world? Like a perfect coin? I feel like full-blown 2D might be just a touch too thin, so if I bump it up a scooch, just a single scooch, then that's pretty good. I think I've got 100 max-powered nukes to help out with this. I don't even really need to aim or worry about my cornea damage, I suppose. Because we shouldn't be able to damage what's inside the box. Right? Looks like I still toasted it a little bit. Oh, what happened? I've got like this weird cheesy crust. It looks like I burnt a pizza, not fixed Mars. Oh, you know what? Now that the sun is hitting it, it's so obvious that that weird planetary foreskin that's left over is the untouched surface of Mars. And I can't hit it, so like, there's no way for me to really clean it up. We'll deal with it eventually, okay? One way or another, I've got more than enough nukes to wipe away any mistakes that may occur. I'm telling you, every time I sit down to play this game, it just blows my mind that I have no idea where it's gonna take me. Like, how did I go from trying to fix Mars so that humans could live here to running with some kind of Two-Face joke and turning it into an intergalactic coin? This is such a mess. Like, it's really flat, except for the weird little crusty bits. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with them. I'm kind of afraid to touch stuff. Like, I could turn the laser all the way down to the lowest. I've used the highest setting a whole lot. I don't think I've ever gone for the lowest before. It's just not in my nature. But if we turn it down to 0.5, then maybe... How do I approach this? Should I just, oh. No, I can't aim at the little hangy bits, so I actually have to hit it from the side. Like this, maybe? Oh, yeah. Oh, that doesn't look very good. No, it's not a perfect disc anymore. What if we go thinner? What if we just do something like this? A perfect cross-section. I'm sure that's not gonna ruin everything. We'll fire some nukes over here, and we'll fire some nukes over here, and then we'll watch the light show from the middle. I turned the volume way down for you guys because I don't want it to like blow up people's phones, but for me, it is so friggin' loud. Did it work? Oh, it actually worked. I was afraid that we would cut through for a second, but nope, we can make this razor thin. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. I reset the planet thinking that if I make the grid as small as possible from the very beginning, I'd be able to get rid of all the little hangy bits on the edge, but instead I just made it worse. I mean, that planet is paper thin, and I might be able to freeze one side. We could have one side be heads and another side be tails. No. You not freeze the inside of a planet? I could have swore I've done that before. Why is that not working? That's super weird. Oh. Okay. What? Well, I'll admit, it's not exactly my finest work, but I take a whole lot of pride in the fact that knowing someday, somewhere, a scientist is gonna discover this thing and have a really bad day at work trying to figure it out. How about we just pretend like my shenanigans actually worked and I did manage to fix Mars. Now we've got about 3 billion people living on terraformed Mars, otherwise known as post-Elon Mars. And I actually wanted to come here to see if the grid can defend against everything. The ice beam clearly wasn't working as intended, but if I made a box that's a little bit smaller than the planet, then could I send something like a drill? Would that be able to drill the whole way through? I have no idea. Oh, I shouldn't have aimed for the Florida of Mars. That's my bad. The little land boner, that's unintentional. Oh. Yeah, the drill actually got stopped dead in its tracks. And it doesn't look like the cube is weakening. The shield will break eventually, but in this case, I guess we just have a new drill that's gonna hang out there forever? Hey, Cthulhu, I don't suppose you could be a bud and pull it out for me, could you? You're gonna have a hard time getting a chunk of the world through this thing, but then again, you are an eldritch god. Maybe you have no problem reaching in through. Oh, wait, he actually did pull the drill out. I didn't really expect that to work. I'll be damned, what a good friend. But, I don't think he got through the cube. He just kind of took what he could get and left like a trick-or-treater. How about you, punchy space ghost? Do you think you'd be able to fist through the cube? There's only one way of finding out. The wind up and the pitch. That sounded pretty good, but then again, it could have been perfectly stopped. Yeah, look, we got that sharp edge. Nothing goes through. Well, I'll be damned. Would you look at that? Even the satellites can't manage to get through. Usually they would turn a planet into a giant hamburger, but in this case, they just kind of keep floating around and eventually drive into one another. Or into the planets, or just out into space. They're not the smartest, all right? They're burger satellites. What do you expect? I mean, there's only a couple more things left to try. I would imagine the black hole isn't gonna get the job done, and the lightning storm is probably not gonna get the job done, but it would be really cool to see. Yep, just chiseling out a perfectly square planet. All right, thanks, guys. Well, if that's the case, then we've gotta go for the strongest weapon of all. The one-shot planet destroyer. Because this thing just makes planets evaporate. There's nothing to it. It's not gonna try to damage things, it's gonna set off the core. But if it can't reach the core, then what happens? It's trying. Oh, okay, yep, Terraform Mars doesn't like that. So it didn't manage to blast through, but it did manage to start the chain reaction. Interesting. And is the cube gonna hold the chunks in? Nope. Now we're left with nothing but a cube. All right, well, now we know. I'm starting to think it might be easier to just crazy glue all the little pieces of Earth back together Humpty Dumpty style rather than try to make our own Earth somewhere else. And since this is the only planet with a life, I thought it would be fitting if we wiped it out using some life of our own. We've seen the space worm before, as well as Cthulhu and the punchy ghost, but I don't know what this last one is. and I'm having a hard time even guessing. It just looks like somebody 3D rendered a child's drawing and then shrunk it down to be the size of a postage stamp. You know what? It's a pretty cloudy day over Florida, so how about we cut them some slack? We need to focus on somewhere that isn't getting picked on nearly enough, like France. And I know what you're thinking. People pick on the French all the time. Well, I didn't say that they don't. I just said not enough. Okay, so you're just gonna kinda drive by, ruin everything? What is it? It's like some kind of gross alien space dragon. And boy, oh boy, did it just foobar Europe. I gotta be honest with you guys, for a second there I was worried that I had missed France and there was gonna be like 100 comments saying, oh, he doesn't know where France is. But fortunately, it's hard to argue when the entire continent is gone. Why did it drive by though? That was so strange. I kind of figured that it was gonna attack and then, oh. Okay, I thought it would just kind of, keep going around the planet, scorching the surface, but if it wants to dive deep, then yeah, I suppose that works too, right through to the other side. Why do I feel like it's just going somewhere and Earth happens to be in its way? Like, some of them are willing to go around eventually, but others are like, nah, I'll just go through it, screw it. China did not see that one coming. How dumb do you think a giant space lizard could really be? Like, if I had it run face first into a shield, it's gonna fire its breath first, notice that there's a shield in front of it, and then bonk its head. And keep on breathing. Oh, okay, the shield just barely survived that. That was only one monster. If I used multiple, then what? I don't even know if I can summon more than one. Oh, okay, guess I can. And are you guys gonna go for the core? It sure looks like it. There it goes. Easy peasy. Well then, I guess the cyborg planet wasn't the smartest. I could have swore that these things were gonna be dumb, but I guess they know what they're doing. They're so weird. What is it? It's just such a random monster. Here's $1 million question for you. If Uranus suddenly has a gaping black hole, should you be concerned? Or if a meteoroid hurts Uranus, would that technically make it a hemorrhoid? Or better yet, why don't we call the sores on our asses asteroids? Like, I don't know if I should be directing these questions to YouTube comments, or NASA, or proctologist. Uranus is looking extra gassy today, so I really had to see if this thing could ignite it. Like, I know a match can light a fart, but can a space dragon light a planet? It's really only one way of finding out. Oh, that's weird. It's almost like it's just blowing the clouds out of the way and then traveling on. Is it inside the planet now? Should come out over here somewhere eventually, right? Unless it gets choked out. It's still, oh, there it is, coming out down near the bottom. All right, well, of course you would come out the bottom of Uranus. I'm never gonna get tired of making jokes with this planet, but the gas lags the game so bad. Like, it's a mobile game, so it just doesn't know how to render these kind of gas physics. And let me guess, a couple hundred maximum powered nukes aren't gonna help things, are they? Probably not. Oh, that's not nearly as bright as I was expecting it to be. You think there's gonna be any atmosphere left? It's super hard to tell. Oh, yeah, she's shrinking. She definitely felt that one. Bye-bye. Oh, it's still chain reacting on the inside. And it doesn't know how to reform itself because it keeps exploding. Oh, yeah, there would be the sound. I didn't think there was sound in space, but I guess it takes a while to get to you. Yeah, bad things are happening in the center of Uranus right now. I think we're just gonna leave this to simmer. Maybe find some intergalactic Pepto-Bismol. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to click that. No, I didn't even get to introduce this one. Some of you are probably wondering, what's this molten mess? I haven't seen this planet before, and that's because it's my planet. Or at least it was. I think I'm gonna return it. I'm pretty sure I kept the receipt. Here we go. Okay, after accidentally nuking the planet more than leftovers that refuse to thaw, I now know how to create land. And land is gonna be really important because land is the only thing people can live on. I wanna blow up as many people as possible. How big of a population do you think I can fit on one planet? I don't think we really need to worry about having water because they're not gonna have the chance to die of thirst. We're just gonna blow the planet up as soon as I fill it. So I should be able to now increase population. Ooh, okay, get ourselves a little brush. That's cranked up to the max. And, oh. Okay, so it's kind of like a heat map. Guessing red is low concentration, yellow, medium, and as close as it gets to white, then that would be the max? So wait, hold on. If that's the case, then I should be able to turn this off, and when the sun rotates around, there should be a gigantic city right here. Oh, that is so cool. So, if I pack this enough, is it just gonna light up like a Christmas tree at night? I'm gonna spend so much time screwing around with this. You know what, since this is my planet and I get to make it whatever I want it to be, I'm gonna say that the atmosphere is 69% Axe body spray. That's why they all breed like Catholic rabbits. That looks like a max populated planet to me, except for those little spots down there. Those are the incel islands. I can't even force them to reproduce. But now I should be able to turn that, oh boy. What about the bright side of things? Oh, you can't even notice. They're gonna kill each other unless I hurry up. That is just disgusting. It's one giant planet-sized city. So let's start things off small. If I throw a rock at this new planet whose name I haven't figured out, maybe leave some suggestions in the comments, then I will wipe out 1 billion people. It's like going to Costco where you want to buy like just a small jar of mayonnaise, just to have it, but you're gonna leave with a drum full of it. I can't even throw a rock without hitting 1 billion people. I'm assuming they're humans. Maybe I'll come up with something else that lives here. I don't even know how big this place is. Like, if I throw something, is it gonna be the moon? Okay, it's the moon. I wasn't sure if I was gonna throw Earth or not. Oh, wait, if I can adjust the size of this planet, then could I make it even more populated? Like, if I made it the size of Jupiter and then did this again, it would probably take me all afternoon, but it might be worth it. 10 billion people down. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Well, let's keep moving with the dark side of the planet and open up a black hole. I would imagine this is gonna get at least... Oh, that wasn't nearly as bad as I had expected. Then again, we might not be killing everybody where it's dark. Black hole is probably gonna knock out power very easily, but that doesn't mean that they're dead, necessarily. What do I know? I'm not exactly a planet biologist. I can't get over the lights. It's so ridiculous. What else could we do? Like maybe a little, just one nuke. We'll turn it way down in power and we'll just fire one. I don't need to fire all of them, just single nuke. How many people could I nuke? I would, oh. That was a lot bigger than I had expected. You don't realize how much damage these things do because sometimes they don't even hurt the planet. It just wipes out all life on the surface. For scientific purposes, we'll do a frozen streak. Yep, that's pretty deadly. And a melted streak. Probably should have turned that down a bit. That is not a streak, that is a trench. You would think at a glance that this place is completely unpopulated now, but it still has 2 Earths worth of people. I think there are a little here on the edge and some up by the North Pole. Oh, Santa has been saving people. We got refugees up there. Let's just erase them, just boop. And it's like they never existed. I can't get over how powerful that is. Oh, missed some down in the South Pole as well, boop. And there's nobody left. That was it. The planet has been killed. 100 billion dead. I think this game actually keeps track of how many you wipe out for achievements. I would dare say I just got a new high score. Alright, you know what, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Solar Smash, guys. And it's always good to see that this game's getting updates, and not just adding new weapons, but expanding on what's possible. You know, new planets, new things that you can do to planets, like the grid, and also just being able to make your own planets. Like, if you guys want to see me return for maybe the next update, or to make some really weird planets that we can then do weird things to, then as always, be sure to leave a like in the video, leave a comment letting me know, and maybe I'll return to wipe out 100 billion people again soon. But thanks so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.